In 1620, a small wooden ship crossed the Atlantic, carrying just over 100 people. They weren't conquerors or treasure hunters. They were seekers of freedom, leaving everything behind to build a new life in an unknown world. This is the story of the Pilgrims and the voyage of the Mayflower, the birth of a new society that would one day become the United States of America. Early 1600s. England was a place of religious control. The Church of England ruled faith, and anyone who refused to follow its ways faced punishment, imprisonment, exile, even death. Among the dissenters were a group called the Separatists. They believed faith should be pure, between man and God, not dictated by kings or bishops. And so they decided to leave England. On September 6, 1620, 102 passengers boarded the Mayflower. They were a mix of separatists seeking freedom and other settlers seeking opportunity. The journey was brutal. Storms tore their sails, food ran low, and disease spread through the cramped ship. But after 66 long, freezing days at sea, land appeared. They had made it, not to Virginia as planned, but to the rocky coast of New England. On November 11, 1620, they anchored near Cape Cod. Before stepping ashore, the men gathered to sign a historic document, the Mayflower Compact. It declared that they would govern themselves, create laws together, and live for the good of the colony. It was the first seed of democracy planted in the New World. In the name of God, we combine ourselves together into a civil body politic. Mayflower Compact, 1620. Their new home was harsh and unforgiving. The winter of 1620 to 1621 was deadly. Cold, hunger, and disease swept through the tiny settlement. By spring, half of the Pilgrims were dead, but those who survived refused to give up. Help came from an unexpected source, the local Wampanoag tribe. They taught the settlers how to grow corn, hunt local animals, and survive the changing seasons. A native man named Squanto, who spoke English, became their translator and guide. Without them, Plymouth colony would have vanished. In the autumn of 1621, after a successful harvest, the Pilgrims invited the Wampanoag to a feast of gratitude. For 3 days they celebrated the harvest, peace, and survival. This event became known as the First Thanksgiving, a symbol of hope, unity, and the beginning of a new tradition. The Pilgrims' colony, Plymouth, slowly grew. They built homes, schools, and churches. And though they faced hunger and hardship, they also built something far greater, the idea of self-government, community, and faith-driven freedom. Their story inspired thousands of others to cross the ocean and seek a better life. From a single ship and a handful of survivors, a new society had begun to take shape, one that would define the spirit of America.